Head cut off, get his dick sucked. You guessed it, the nigga was the one sucking his dick, and I sucked a lot of dicks, okay? Never have I ever had time to stop.
But you heard, yeah. What you heard, What you heard, you can hear a motherfucking thing.
How y'all doing, people? It's your boy Tizzle from Pie Talk About Tizzle, man. You feel me? We here. You know, this segment is called It's About Trauma, Not Drama. So this ain't about no drama. We ain't trying to put nobody on blast, hurt nobody's feelings. We just speaking about real life situations.
The truth will come out.
Absolutely, man. I got Ye here with me. You feel me? I'm sure y'all know her. She been going viral, going crazy. You feel me? Full of energy. You feel me? It's all good. We can turn it right to a wrong.
But no, that's what we're here to do.
And a wrong to a right.
Narratives around this motherfucker.
Absolutely, man. And if anybody else got anything to say about it, they want to contact us and, you know, and tell their side of the story, whatever it is, we can all sit down like adults. At the end of the day, we all of age, and we can get to the bottom of that. With that being said, how you doing today? It's all good, man. For sure, man.
Oh, well, thanks for asking.
Oh, no problem, man. I'm blessed.
Kings and queens in the building.
Absolutely, man.
Well,
I'm blessed. I cannot complain, man. First things first, I want to say, I appreciate the call. You feel me? You hit me up. You know, this is like really out of my element. I don't do this type of thing.
This is a solid nigga favor. So I need everybody to understand that this is not what he do. This is not what he be on. It's not what, you feel me? When a real nigga reached out, you feel me? Right. I appreciate a real nigga for going ahead and giving me his platform. You feel me? To speak on the shit he wouldn't, because he know where we about to go with. Facts.
It's gonna go to another level, man. And also, like, when you hit me, what made me was like, I really gotta fuck with when you was like, you know, I'm not a judgmental person.
Correct. Tizzle is real, not judgmental. Let me say this because, again, what y'all don't know is way before it got to this point, I called this man, you feel me? And I told this man, like, this is what is going on. Yeah. This is what it is. And this is what I'm going to do. He can tell you firsthand, like a few other people, Tanye ain't going to do it.
Facts.
What the fuck she wants to do. Say what the fuck she wants to say. Yeah. You feel me? So, and knowing that he is not judgmental, I knew that I could call him and talk to him and tell him what's going on and have a safe space and not have a motherfucker say, nigga, what? Yeah, you feel me? So, yeah, real niggas do real things.
Definitely appreciate it.
Get that man his flowers.
So, I also want to give you your flowers for being brave enough to take on this situation, man. And, you know, and wear it with a smile. Because, like, less situations than broke people. You know what I'm saying? Less situations than broke some motherfuckers. So first of all, let's start at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Let's start at the beginning. And not just this situation, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's start at the beginning of your life. Like, what made you strong enough and willing to take on certain burdens?
I'm a really understanding motherfucker. You feel me? Yeah. Like, I've had so many different experiences. I mean, it's not a secret. I am a mother of many children. You feel me? It's not a secret that nobody really knows who the fuck I am. So clearly I've been staying the fuck out the way. So within learning how to stay out the way, one thing that I've learned for definitely is that you can't never say what you can't or would not do until you in them motherfucking shoes. Right. There was a lot of motherfucking places and things that I had said that I see other people go through like, oh, that would never. And then when it was me, it was, or it was even fucking worse. So you cannot never say what the fuck you would or would not do until you stand in them shoes. So with that being said, I've been in a few different places where it was like, damn, what you do? Like this one of the things, like you don't even want to call your bitches. And then you do call your bitches, they like, damn. So I've been into, I have an understanding heart to be able to, you feel me?
That's real,
I've been through the trauma before, so for being through the trauma, I can understand the trauma and see that I was able to see past the big bang to get to the deeper layer, you feel me, to help heal and love this man.
For sure, man. It's crazy you said that because I'm going through a situation right now I thought I'd never go through. You know, you say never, man, God gonna test it. You know what I'm saying? It's making God laugh. Whatever you say you'll never do, a motherfucker gonna put you to the test about that, man. But it ain't about what you go through, it's how you get through it. You know what I'm saying? As long as you get through that shit, you're gonna be straight, man. So give us the top, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did you meet old buddy? You know what I'm saying? And how did we end up here today?
We actually, only thing we didn't bring is no Kleenexes, y'all, because y'all know I'm a crybaby.
I know you was crying.
Y'all know I'm a crybaby, so yeah, whatever. So I've been knowing Akeem since I was 14, he was 16. Okay. It was always like a little teenage love affair. Like it's almost like, you know, wanting to give somebody.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Loving somebody so much when you don't know what love is, but just feeling like you want to give somebody that look. You know what I mean? So, he was that for me. So of course I've been a mom since I was 16.
Okay.
So then having my first baby, you feel me, moving on and having to move different, we always kept in contact. He was always also in and out of the juvenile halls like I was. Sometimes I see your ass, you feel me, walking in the cafeteria type shit, like, oh, that's where you been at, type shit, you feel me? So as time progressed and I got older, you feel me, 18 was my last time seeing him. He was dealing with an individual that he was dealing with, you feel me, and I was a mom and I was moving different. At that point in time, my question was like, why this person and not me? And it was like, Tanye, you moving different. Like you're more responsible. You know, you got other shit going on. So and this person over here, I kind of can get what I need from them as far as this place to stay. You feel me? Whatever. You know, I love young niggas think.
Yeah, facts.
So moving right along. You feel me? That was the last time I saw him, and then like years went by, and I was like, damn, I wonder where he at. So I looked for the Facebook, but I would always see his old page, and that was that. 2020, fast forward to the Rona, the year of the Rona. And I was going through a lot at that time. I was actually going through a whole lot. I was evading a crazy baby daddy, you feel me? We ain't gonna say no names or nothing like that, you feel me? But I was going through a lot at that time.
Baby daddies be crazy.
Baby daddies be crazy, you feel me? Baby mama too, but I'm over here. I can't speak. You know who you is. You know who you is. You know who you is. You feel
me? You get my baby mama, you can go get her. I ain't not gonna be stalking nobody else. You feel me? Yeah. So what happened also? You said you went through the corona.
I went through the corona.
Went through the baby daddy.
I reached the baby. I was in the time where I was going through transitioning and trying to find myself. And he crossed my mind. So instead of getting on Facebook, I Googled him. Because now bitch they got smarter and shit. You feel me? You're gonna work your little phones and shit a little better. I'm like, Google this thing. And I boop, pop up, story. Oh nigga, you been independent.
Panda. For real.
Shut up, you going ahead. So I reached out to he had like something set up. I sent my
you ain't funny.
Yeah. Set up on the fluke. So on the fluke, I had reached out to him, he called me.
Okay.
So now we on the phone, you feel me?
While he was in there.
While he's in jail. Sure. Right, while he's incarcerated.
Yeah, sure.
We're having dialogue 2020. Incarcerated, we have a dialogue. You feel me? The dialogue is always just like nostalgic memory. Of course, he started right after dribble with the I always wanted to be. And I'll tell a nigga real fast, I don't believe shit a nigga said why they in jail.
I said that to so many people when I was in jail. Girl, you know I was always looking at you.
A nigga that tell you whatever you want to hear, my dear. You feel me? So wasn't getting goofy. You feel me? Let's not think that. However, I just always stayed steady with the friendship. So approaching the time, you feel me again. Now it's fast forward to 2022. And you more in communication with me than not. Like if you don't talk to me, it's because I'm in my bag and I don't answer the phone, and that's just what I'm doing. You feel me? And you got, it's like I can call you back. So. Whatever you call, whatever. October, he called and was like, it's real, it's out, I can't wait. And I'm like, I'm happy for you. So he tried to check my temperature. Like on some trying to see where I was, and I'm like, oh, you want to go stay with your people? So I feel like that's great for you. I can't wait to see you. We can still go on dates and all of that, you know what I mean? But I feel like don't get out trying to rush into a relationship with me. You need to find yourself, love yourself, because if you don't love you, you definitely can't motherfucking love me, nigga. I said this world is different, you feel me? It's moving different. Everything is, you need to learn how to be out. In order to be my man, you gotta learn how to be a man. You feel me? And I'm gonna be your friend and all of that. He really wasn't trying to hear that, you feel me? So he went into letting me know that he was going to pursue a relationship with this girl that I mentioned that he was dealing with last time I saw him. 2022, October, we have this conversation. I'm telling you I'll be a friend. I'm telling you it's best that you get out of focus on yourself. Yeah. You tell me that you're going to go and be with this girl. Great. I mean, I don't think that that's the best thing for you, not because of who the girl was, because him going to jail kind of has something to do with what people feel like.
How much time was he away?
10 years. 10 years, and then if we're gonna count the childhood institutionalized part of it, then he was more in than not.
Okay, for sure.
You feel me? Because you went in at what, 19 to the big boy house. You already been in and out of county. You feel me? The other shit. So more so than not. But yeah. He tell me he gonna be with shorty. I'll tell him I feel like it's not the best thing to do because fuck what she is. The same reason I told you I don't want to fuck with you. And that was the last time I heard.
And that was what year? 2020?
2022. October 2022 before your release.
Okay.
So November come around and I write his brother. Like, damn, your brother got out. He was like, he basically told me like he didn't say much. There you go. You feel me? He let me know he was moving out, that he heard that he was moving out of state, and that probably was his best friend. I expressed to his brother how I felt like it was a little fucked up that I've been, you feel me, like in communicating with you, but at the same time, this particular brother I was cool with, had a mutual friendship with, you feel me, and I'm pretty communicative. So I expressed I vented to him, and I left that shit there.
Straight up.
Never went to go find this nigga, never went to go type in and never find your name and search on it, and never nothing again. You feel me?
Yeah.
Fast forward.
Yeah.
May 2023. Bitch having the time of her life doing what the fuck I want to do. You feel me? And at this point, I have been single for like 3 years. And I've been comfortable because I have to, again, give you the advice to love yourself. I have to learn how to do that.
Straight up.
Side note, pause, because this part makes sense, or not makes sense, it means, I guess it has a little gesture in it. The last relationship that I was in previous to this situation was an older gentleman, and he was that nigga, you feel me? And,
He was like Tizzle.
yeah, like Tizzle, but like, more on the, not on the positive legal shit, but you know what I'm saying, it's a factor.
Definitely legal.
So, definitely. So he was a factor, and we were together for a while, and he actually held me down, took care of me, all of that. Not a bad guy. I started noticing little shit, you feel me? And I asked questions when I noticed shit, you feel me? So I asked the nigga, like, I ain't never, you know, hot dogs, like sword fight, like,
You asked the nigga if he ever fucked, like.
have you ever had any? Yeah, I
You
asked
that?
because of what I'm gonna tell you why. When I was saying like I don't know, like probably edited out. You selling powder, and I heard powder's a hell of a drug. So I see the atmosphere like I'm yo bitch, so I'm hosting and I'm seeing the hotels and I see it's a lot going on. You feel me? So I just had to ask because I noticed a little shit. I done read a little passage about how to tell if your man down low, nigga. 7 of the books just came back like you, nigga. I can't make this shit up. Asking that question, gave him the opportunity. Niggas was like, all pussy I get. And that was that. You feel me? I gave you a platform to tell the truth. Coincidentally, October 2021, I run across a photo in his phone. He was trying to show me something to help with some shit he had going on. He's been smart. So as he's showing me, a picture pops up. And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. If I wanted to act like I didn't see the picture, I couldn't because of his response. You feel me? So what I seen in the photo was 2 niggas. One nigga was sucking dick with the camera, taking a picture next to the mirror, and another nigga hand cut off getting his dick sucked. You guessed it, the nigga was the one sucking his dick, and I sucked a lot of dicks, okay? Never have I ever had time to stop. And take the picture and pose.
He was the one that was doing the sucking.
He was sucking.
Damn, cold world.
Cold world. So again, I said that story is important, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm talking to
that shit kind of prepared you.
2021, you can say that. You can say that, but that's not where I was gonna come from with.
Pull the sheets off these niggas, man.
And that's another one. And that's another one. That's another aspect as well. But I'm gonna tell you where it's more fucked up. If I told y'all the communication time was from 20 to 2022, by the time you call and check on me after you like how you doing, because I was real transparent with my nigga that I was supportive of him while he in jail. You feel me? And so he called me like, how's it going? And I broke down crying like, nigga, this is what I found out. And you on the other side of the phone like, damn, that's fucked up. Hey, Akeem on the other side of the phone from jail like, damn, I'm sorry you gotta go through that.
Yeah, I'm sorry too, shit. But yeah.
This, you feel me? Telling this to begin, you sorry I gotta go through this, you feel me? So you know what I already have been through.
So when you seen that, was you like at that time? Was you like I'm done with Buddy, or was you like all right? Well, he sucked a little dick. I'm cool with that.
Well, in the words of James, I guess you could say try dick, but I mean,
Twice.
But hold on, it wasn't. And I'm gonna be real because this is just real. It's just transparent. It is 2023. Yeah, you didn't get left because you was sucking dick. You got left because you lied.
Okay.
You got left because when I gave you the platform to tell me what time it was, and I came to you and asked you, I could have respectably, I still would have walked away, but I would have respected you and been your friend. You see what I'm saying? Like I wasn't going to be, you feel me? But I would have respected you and walked away and been your friend, and I never would have outed your business. Because even though I'm telling that story now, I'm still not outing you, nigga. You see what I'm saying? Like you said because that's my story, but you know what I mean? Like I would have respected you, like, hey, It's been real, you feel me? But on the flip side, and that would have been that, but you lied to me.
Yeah.
And because you lied to me and having a position around people who knew and I didn't know, you had me looking like a goddamn fool. That's
For sure. Okay.
So yeah, moving right along, he feels so bad for me
Yeah.
about that part, you feel me? Allegedly.
Yeah. So alright, he felt bad and then he come home.
He came, okay, so again, he get released and I don't talk to him, and I think I was fast forward to that part. May 28th, I'm doing what the fuck I want to do. You call me and I'm like, damn, you remember my number? Like, what's up? You
remember some numbers. They don't got no phones. Nigga remembers some. I can't.
He said he told me he didn't remember no number. He said he had lost all his stuff. Somebody had threw all his prison stuff away.
Damn.
And then it still didn't make sense, whatever. So allegedly, while he was looking through this person's belongings trying to get their stuff because they had his stuff, he ran across a piece of paper that had my number on it. You feel me? So whoever had those stuff for whatever reason, they didn't already heard about me or feel the type of way because you found my number. It's almost like that's why I said everything happened for a reason.
Absolutely.
You feel me? So boom, talk to him, go see him, go pick him up. Everything's very much so motherfucking nostalgic. We are reminiscing on childhood memories. We are going over these little moments, you feel me? Didn't smash right off the bat.
Yeah.
Because Mother Nature was aware.
Okay. So, I dig it.
But either way, you feel me? It wasn't just that, it was that and because, you know, like, it was a more, intimacy is not always sexual.
Facts.
You feel me? So it was a different level of euphoric intimacy that had nothing to do with us fucking knowing. You feel me? So a couple days go by and then, you know, he ended up telling me, we wanted to go out one night. We wanted to go out and he was like pussyfooting, like he didn't want to go out with me and Bishop Levers. You feel me? I'm like, what the fuck is you acting? This nigga talking about sunglasses, buy some sunglasses, fuck going on?
At nighttime.
We going to the biker club, nigga, what the fuck is
I'm gonna wear a bush mask.
So, at the point of him telling me, it was just like, I feel like I'll never want nobody to tell you that you with the next motherfucker. And at that point, that he never wanted nobody to tell me like I'm a adulterer or something. Like, you feel me? So at one point he did break and tell me that he was married.
Before y'all about to go out, okay.
No, we didn't go out.
Okay.
You told me he was married, you feel me?
Yeah.
And I was over that. Like, we didn't go out because your ass had to get the fuck on. Because I need to process my emotions because I can't believe you married this girl.
Yeah. For sure.
Can't believe you married this girl who had already been a part of the shit and like, and mind you, at this point, you only been out for what, 6 months? You feel me? Not too long, whatever. And I can't believe, so I'm blowing it back. He left my house, you feel me? And he texted me like, I want to be a part of your life. Like, which I gotta act like crazy baby daddy to be a part of your life. And I'm like, he just doing the most. And I'm like, just give me some time to process my emotions because I can't believe you married her.
Yeah.
Her.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's what I'm thinking.
Her is what I'm thinking. You feel me? Like, not her is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That ass.
In
So
my mind.
he tells me like, so I'm like, tell him if you serious, go handle your shit. You feel me? Go do your paperwork process, whatever, and then come back to me when you're done. And at that point, he was like, hang it up. At that point, he was like, I don't have, you know, I don't know how to do it, basically. I was like, I'll help you with that. You know what I mean? I'll help you with that. You asked me to help you with it. I was like, I'll help you with that. So we go get the court papers. Immediately, you feel me? Immediately we go get these court papers. And we go and do what we gotta do, you feel me? And we pull up to the house at this time and start filling this paperwork out.
Okay.
And I was like, so what's this bitch name? Whole time, you know, I ain't never worried about nobody. You feel me? Like, I don't have a reason to. In my head, you was married to old girl.
Yeah.
Still don't know old girl full name. Still don't even know what the fuck old girl look like. And still don't give a fuck. Like, let's get this paperwork done. Nigga hit me with it, baby. It's been a long day. We've been out all day. You feel me? Like, out, you know, the old yay was the trick. The new yay was like, Bishop left. I'm going to my friend's house. I'm like, let's go. Let's see what the fuck been. Figure this out. So I roll up. And I'm like, bitch, why the fuck, who he married to the way you don't want me to know who he married? Pull up public records. I'm a smart bitch. Should we start? You feel me? We put type in the name in all type of different ways. Last, middle, first, middle, last, whatever the fuck you want to call it. We can't find Nathan.
Yeah.
I go back upstairs because now I'm a little more angry. You know, I was a little more angry than I was when I left the first time. Because nigga, what did you want? You in my house. You in my comfort. You in my private, my sacred space. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck do you got going on? If you really don't want to fuck with me like that, you ain't got to. You got to lie and tell me you. And he was like, he got up. It was like, all right. And I'm like, what you doing? He's like, I'm gonna pack my shit. So I'm gonna get up out of here. And you sure will after you tell me what the fuck is going on. You feel me? Because we ain't doing that weak ass running shit. Like, we go, you sure will. You can leave and go wherever you want to. Asked him what's going on. Yeah. And he was like, I am. I'm going to pack my stuff though because I know that you going to disown me like everybody else.
So what did you think at that point?
I went downstairs to go see my friend and I woke this bitch up out her sleep. First I grabbed the bottle of Taylor Point. That's what I did first. And I said, friend, he talked about I'm going to disown him and she wake up one eye open and shit. What is it that he gonna tell you? Because it be that somebody tickled his booty all in prison and he liked it and we laughed it off. Swear to God, I can't make this shit
You
up.
ain't thinking that shit was up.
I'm not even not thinking it was up, but the joke was like, that's always a stipulation of the joke. You
Yeah.
But the joke was up.
Always.
So look. Look. She said a little joke. I go back upstairs with the bottle of wine. I put the wine on the dresser. I never drank none of my wine that night.
Yeah.
I get up there and I like, he's sitting on the edge of the bed and I was like, so what's up? And he gulping and sipping and crying and sipping and gulping and crying, doing a motherfucking line dance, whatever, and he building his momentum and all I could think is, this nigga tell me he got that shit, we off for the die real motherfucking fast over here. Like, nigga, it ain't gonna be nothing slow about it, I'll sweat him over. Nigga, like, that's all I can motherfucking think. So, oh God. He said, when I was incarcerated, during a period of my incarceration, I had relations with a transgender, and that person ended up being who I married.
Yeah.
And he cried, I cried, we cried together. Whoever the fuck wrote that song. We cried
So, all right. Together. So he told you that, you know what I'm saying? Everybody crying. First of all, I've been incarcerated, and I've seen it's a lot of guys out here. Let's get that clear that fucked around, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys that have messed around, wherever the case may be, with men. They come home, and then there's these tough guys, and they're pimps and all kind of shit. So this really not that wild of a story to me. The marriage shit, that's what kind of, when you told me he married him, I was like, oh, that's a little spunky. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, getting some pussy and marrying somebody is a little different. You know? Well, I'm not pussy, whatever.
Pussy.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Because pussy be popping.
Yeah.
Pussy claps.
So that's what kind of threw me off when you was like, they was married or whatever, right? And, you know, you got the free will to marry and do whatever you want to do with your private parts, right? You know what I'm saying? Definitely, I don't give a fuck. I was in prison. It's just the way it went, right?
Yeah.
So when he tell you this, you processing this, right? What made you, like, what gave you the strength to say, like, what about him when you was like, man, you know what, I'm going to take the shit on the chin and I'm going to help him out through this situation? Like,
because, like, okay, so from the moment that he did actually admit that he was married, and I'm thinking to a girl, he's expressing, like, what's going on in this relationship. Like, that he's not happy. Like, this is not just something that I heard, you feel me? This is where my real niggas come in. Because this, you feel me? Conversations that's had and the way that you explained it sound like bitch shit. So it wasn't like I would have even
thought it was it.
Thought it was a nigga, like going to judge about some of the situations that or the, you know, the shit you telling me about, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was more so like, it was like you're unhappy. Like you could tell you're unhappy, your hair falling out, like you feel me, like you just like your countenance, like everything was just like you falling apart, you feel me? And I guess because of the trauma I've been through and understanding trauma and being a healed person, I was gonna be the one, if not nobody else, who could love him back to life.
For sure.
You feel me?
So right there, right, let me tell you something. When you first told me that, when you said that he was messing with Buddy or whatever, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, motherfucker, I'm like, you tripping, you feel me? To you, because I know you, and I know you're a real strong woman, like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like if you mess with a nigga, he gotta have like a crazy backbone because you gonna over talk a nigga, you gonna ask him 1,000 questions, you gonna let a nigga know ain't no bullshit going
hey,
on.
Look, I'm Detective Johnson.
Oh God, so when you told me that, I was shocked that you was like, you know, because like, oh my mama, when you came real with me, you was like, I love this nigga, I'm riding through this shit. And at first, I'm like, this motherfucker crazy because I had never heard that before. But I even I had a conversation with like one of my family members about it, and honestly, it was something that touched me to hear a woman say, I'm gonna ride with this nigga no matter what. Because in today's society, like, nigga, you get in a car crash and bitch, you leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, women.
That settlement still coming or what?
Like, if anything goes wrong, a woman will leave. You know what I'm saying? That's the time we live in. Like, because we are human, we make mistakes. You feel me? Well, I'm not saying that's a mistake, but I'm just saying, as a man, like, we lose a lot of people for shit that's not even gonna matter in 30 days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But for you to hear that, for me to hear that, I'm like, damn, I'm like, it's something special. That shit touched me. I'm like, this motherfucker kind of a strong female. So what was different about him than the other nigga that made you decide like, I'm gonna ride this out with this one?
Now we get into it. You feel me? The same platform that the other nigga had to tell me how this got to where it is. It's the same platform that after you told me the big boom, I gave you the platform to lay it out and help me understand how we got from giving away cornbread to jumping over the broom.
Straight up.
How we go from being clogged to cookie. That's all the fuck I wanted to figure out.
Fact. You want to know how the fuck we got here.
How we get to being clogged, how we get from being clogged to cookie. So,
yeah.
This is the way he perceived the story to me was he got out of jail. He went to go be with this girl. The girl kept asking, everything was fine for like a few weeks. Then this girl kept asking him like, what are you gonna say? People say that you're gay. And then I was like, why would she say that? He was like, well, wait, I gotta take it back. He said that, what do I want to call? EJ had made a post in May of 2022 with his face on it, basically like saying like, oh, we always time in the cell, we in love, and we're about to get married, whatever. So,
but it was locked up?
Well, EJ was already out.
Okay.
EJ got out before again. But so when EJ was out, but he was on the internet blasting Mr. Toucan Center.
Okay.
Wherever it goes. So yeah, that's how he's turned the story. He said that this post was made. The girl saw the post. And then the girl.
I think I seen that motherfucker. It came across my timeline.
But he said.
I knew like hella niggas on there to keep high.
He said the girl. No, not the list.
Oh, okay.
This post was EJ posting and professing their love. They're supposed to be love him and the Kings.
Okay.
Again, so I guess the girl saw the post and snapshotted it. This is the way the story is being told to me.
Sure.
The girl sent him a letter while he was in jail, like, nigga, if this is what you was doing, you could have kept it real with me, because they had been having conversations about being together. You feel me? And he said that he confided in that girl and told the girl, like, admittedly to, yeah, that I did sleep with, but it's not that. It's not supposed to be like that. This is what the story told me. So if you hear that story, then who does it sound like told your business?
For sure, whoever you confided in.
Exactly.
Let me tell you, hold on, let me stop right there 1 second, right? Keep that.
I got you.
But as a man, I'm gonna tell y'all women some real shit, right? Women wonder why men be so detached and so quick to move on and do other shit with different women. It's because we cannot. It's hard for us to trust our woman with our secrets now. You know what I mean? Like that's some deep shit. Now don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but I always give this scenario, right? If a nigga was at a bar, right, and he got jumped and some niggas raped him, right? Say he got jumped and some niggas raped him. When you go home to your woman, you would never tell her what happened. A woman get raped, she can come home to her nigga, let's go get the nigga. And he never gonna bring that shit up. A nigga never tell a woman, bitch, that's why you got raped. You've never heard that, right? But let a nigga get raped and go home and tell his woman, and that bitch get mad next week. That bitch gonna be like, why you didn't do that to the niggas that raped you?
You take my nigga ass, we coming to get you.
We coming to get you.
You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up.
The thing is though, like, men can't. Whenever a woman has a secret on a nigga, like their first once they get angry, they're gonna spill it though. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's in the house, like y'all arguing, you all big in the booty ass, whatever the fuck happened.
That's there watching that one poor last week looking at shit.
Yeah. A woman gonna do that. She gonna blast you and all that. That's why niggas be so like. Niggas be so taken aback by that.
Adam and Eve, I kind of trunk.
Oh my soul. Adam and Eve. The only Adam, mind his business. Eve, like, eat this apple. I was like, bitch, there's pineapples over there.
Like,
you brought a nigga apple.
And I have another analysis that if the show it was not our fault.
Yo.
I'm just saying.
Right. He was there before us.
Yeah.
Look,
she brought him that though.
I'm just all I'm saying is fuck both of them. This is about Tizzle and Tanye. So.
Let's go.
But no, that would have presumably if the story is laid out to you, you would assume that that's who told the business, and that's why at one point I got at Shorty. So, and we'll talk about that because what you just said is what I was basically saying. Like, bitch, if you would have been solid and kept your motherfucking mouth closed, you feel me? It could have just been a motherfucking rumor. You feel me? And motherfuckers would have. Because I never was about to get online and post this shit.
No, I have no idea because you got.
If nobody, you have my real Facebook page. Have you ever seen anything about this?
No, never.
When I called this nigga, he was shocked because this is on. I didn't even know I was on the internet, for real. You feel me? Until I knew, but either way, this the way you like.
I didn't know nothing about it. You was like, I know you see. I'm like, man, I don't even see
none of that shit.
Like that. I'm like, you know I'm like, I don't know what the fuck going on. Then when I started doing my homework, I'm like, damn, this shit been going up. What's going on? You feel me? So he tell you what's going on.
He tell me that this is I'm presumably thinking that this is how he feel me. So he said.
But is he telling you? Excuse me though. Is he telling you like when he's telling you this? Is he saying it like? I was just doing this because my situation, I'm good now, or is he saying like I really cared about?
When he first had told me
EJ.
About EJ, when he said that the opening was while I was incarcerated, I had sexual relations with a transgender, and during the course of that time, due to us having sexual intercourse, feelings weren't developed and involved. Now, again, that's natural because fucking brings feelings. Especially when it's unprotected, because there's a transfer of energy, like condoms protect more than just babies and STDs. You know. Yeah. So I mean, it's natural. Niggas is in the same. In my mind, I was able to wrap my head around how the fuck you could be in that fantasy, in that adolescent mind, knowing you got this much time. You feel me? Running around with the little yard faggot. You feel me? Who like turning niggas out any motherfucking way, who everybody want, and you thought you done made yourself a hot commodity on this in this. State of whatever the fuck. Yeah. So it's I guess the way I looked at it in my thought process was like, oh, I can see that. You feel me? It's like the same. It was the same from in my head as a nigga want the baddest bitch. You feel me? So if this person is the most known, it's not the same. But you feel me? Like that was the analogy. Like if you could. Why you chose this person? Because this person's a line wire. They loud, they pop off, but like you feel me? You're known. Yeah. So it's again like how a nigga would want Halle Berry versus
for sure.
Fucking. The other, whoever the fuck, whatever. So you explained this to me, you said that, and I'm like, okay, and then you go into telling me about the toxic shit, you know me? But before the toxic shit, I'm like, so how did you go?
EJ be beating on him or something?
We get there.
Okay. Is there toxic?
We're gonna get all up into that. But moving right along, Big Short's levels is dying. But no, so he told me that basically the girl asking him that over and over again forced him to feel like, or he in his head he felt like if this how the whole world gonna look at me anyway, then I might as well. And he moved away to another city and went to go be with the EJ. You feel me? And then when you moved to go be with EJ, everything was toxic. Y'all always fighting every single day. Y'all fighting and arguing. If y'all not fucking, y'all fighting. You feel me? Now niggas they lost their jobs, they lost their stability, and now it's time to come back to the bag. And then once you come back to the bag from
again.
Not even just reality, but it's the same shit y'all struggling. Y'all from post to pillow to post. You feel me? And then on top of pillow to post, it's toxic. Y'all arguing. One thing that I didn't understand was how fast the EJ had another nigga already on the scene. So that was my alarmness of it, because if that's what you go.
So EJ got hoes. EJ
is the hoe.
No, I'm saying like.
He got hoes, is the hoe. You feel me? You like to expose nigga. I got your MO.
Okay.
You feel me? That's why it's gonna be. It's about the trauma.
Facts.
About the drama. You feel me? Because you are that way for a reason.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Yeah. Oh no, well, you good. So you find out about EJ, right? And then he tell you he really done with that basically.
He don't. He said basically he was like, if everybody gonna call me gay, it is what it is. At least I can say that I know what I don't know.
Okay.
That's, you feel me? That's the way. Like, okay, as an experience I had, I know what I don't. Okay. So before anything the fuck else, this paperwork gotta get done. So I brought the paperwork. Do you want to see the paperwork?
We'll cut that in later.
Okay. So the paperwork, it was there. It was definitely important to both of us. You feel me? Because I'm not about to do all of this extra shit. Now, let's get to how I made contact with EJ. Yeah. So EJ had his belongings, his wallet, his shit, and I was like, you know, you could really reorder and start over again if it came down to it. But at the same time, I reached out to EJ because you don't want this. We got this paperwork. You want your belongings. You feel me? I'm gonna reach out to this person to see if we can.
Wallet?
His social security card.
Oh, okay. I'm like, he be back for a while. You know what time.
Well, social security card, shit like that. But at the same time, and then this paperwork, if we can amicably sign this shit like adults, great, because you already got a new nigga. You feel me? Yeah. So when I first spoke to EJ on the phone, the first initial message I wrote you, came with that smoke because I did my homework on it. And I see what type of motherfucker you is. You feel me? So I need to let you know off the top, I'm not playing pussy with this. Because we're just not doing it. This is what it is. So by the time I had this conversation with you, you can tell me that you've known for a long time that he's not this way. You can tell you don't want to do this. This is what EJ said. You feel me? And that you don't have an issue signing the paperwork. Right. We're supposed to meet to sign the paperwork. You got your little new boyfriend. Like, and all of this is, again, not being broadcasted. You feel me? Like, this is all, you know, we're supposed to have. I told the nigga, look, whatever closure conversation y'all play, y'all can do all of that. I don't give a fuck. You feel me? But let's do this amicably. So it ain't gotta be all of that because you said you want to be happy with your nigga. You feel me? He want to be happy with me. So let's just cease and desist. You feel me? And let me figure out whatever the fuck. Again, I knew what I was stepping into being in a relationship with this man. By the time I found out who this person was and how they was on this internet. Okay. So understand, I knew what battle I was going to fight, get ready to love him, but I also knew that I had the truth. I also knew that I had the transparency. You feel me? So within what I thought was the truth, I'm writing on that and I'm standing on that. The story that you told me as far as how it got this there. You feel me?
I got a question, right? So, I'm not saying you, but a lot of women are naturally insecure, right? Like a lot of women, like, she can be the most beautiful woman in the world. She be like, but I don't like my pinky toe. We don't worry about shit that niggas don't give a fuck about. That's just the way it is, you know what I'm saying? Like my nails and my toes need to be the same color. Niggas like, I'm fucking regardless. I don't care what that is. You know what I'm saying? Really? But that's the woman shit, right? So with you accepting a deal with a dude who can possibly like men or women, like that seems like the playing field open on another level.
Right, because it's both sides.
Yeah. So how was you able to like be secure enough in who you are to deal with that type of thing?
Because I'm Tom motherfucking Yippee.
So you was like, fuck it.
I'm Tanye.
But I'm saying, did you worry about him like messing with another guy besides?
I'm Tanye. I had no thoughts of, there was never a thought in my, I really thought that this man was going, you know what I mean, was going to be here for me and be for me. Like, fuck what I look like, fuck how good this pussy might be. I have the qualities that a woman, and the woman that you gonna need to love you through this shit. Everybody wasn't built for this. And no, as you see, all the bitches saying online, it wasn't me. No, right, you ain't built like me, and that's cool. And move around alone. You feel me? So I never thought that, I knew that there would be, that's why I felt like therapy was so important. Like, it wasn't just, we finna jump into this happy love relationship.
Gonna do it there.
Yes, like it wasn't we just about to be in this happy love relationship and fuck the world and we ran off to the sunset. It was a plan. Upon you want to go and get engaged, nigga, we could be married already in Clark County, but we not doing that. In this year that this takes for this license to be valid, therapy, couples therapy, individual therapy for yourself. I need you to have understanding. I need you to deal with, you know what I mean? Because I got a lot going on already. I got a lot of responsibilities already.
Straight up.
So, and again, I needed you to love yourself. So now this is the ways that you learn how to love yourself because, again, like you said, men don't have a platform to talk because they can't really talk to their homeboys. You feel me? They can't really talk to these bitches. It's really hard for a black man to kind of, so go sit your ass to that therapist. Pro therapy, if you ain't got no therapist, go fucking get you one. Because that shit is real.
Right.
You feel me? That shit is real. You feel me? And again, the therapist will help you understand shit about yourself that you couldn't. You feel me? And help you heal your pain. So we had a whole plan. Like, these are the things that's going to happen within the time. You feel me? I'm a different individual.
Straight up. Okay. So he ran that to you, you feel me? And then what happened after you asked for his stuff back?
That's what happened after I asked for the stuff back. We had a conversation. You was supposed to meet. You supposed to have people sign the papers because you got a whole new nigga. You want to be with your nigga. You don't mind signing the papers. You know for a long. This is what you're saying.
So did he sign? What happened with that?
What happened was a couple hours went by, and this nigga just on the flu broke me out the blue. Was like, no, was like I just gave it some thought. I thought about it. He don't get the lie and act like nothing ever happened. Said, sir. I wrote you, sir. Where is the lie? You feel me? Like, where is the lie? I know you wrote that shit. So at this point, I said, you just said earlier that you want to be with your nigga. I said, it's a given that you don't want to let him go. Like, you feel me? So I definitely want to do that. But so it's a back and forth now at this point. Now I'm shooting jokes, you feel me? Because now I peep your stilo. You a grown ass bully. Something about your weird ass likes to betray a woman and think that you gonna tear motherfucking women down, and that shit's weird. And for all you unstable creatures, I ain't gonna call you no bitches. That's fueling him, that's his support. Because y'all see, I have the ABC boys up there, they don't even condone that shit. They don't even want you. You feel me? So with that being said, for all you black women who are supporting somebody who only wishes to be a motherfucker like you, that's crazy to me. Because the energy that they give in to say, oh, you so pretty, oh, you so, that's the fuel that he taking to try to tear these black women down. And when I get there, it's because after going back and forth for so long, I know how to submit to my man.
Yeah.
So King was like, baby, just leave him alone.
Yeah.
Great, block him. Enough said.
Okay.
We minded our motherfucking business. We go to well, probably handle some business. You feel me?
How was y'all relationship after that? Was rocky? Y'all was right back? Was y'all in a good
No,
space?
we still was. It was very much so. I don't think it was rocky. We were very much so in a happy space. It was very much so. I don't give a fuck. Like, I know he had his moments where his nerves was on edge or whatever the case was, and I'm like, it's okay. In my opinion, it was the best half of it because it's out there. It's like a pimple, and we done bust the pus out of it. Now all it can do is like scab over and heal. You feel me? So I'm like, it is what it is. Everybody. So the only way, at least, is this way. You know what I mean? So when I did reach out to you initially about this shit, it was on what? To let motherfuckers know that I'm
riding with this nigga.
And that's that. You feel me? So I had no idea in my head, never was the thought process of you're gonna go cheat on me with another nigga or a bitch.
Okay.
Very secure in myself, so let's just be clear. You feel me? Never did I think. So yeah.
Okay. So alright, you and him. So you said you and him, everything was going cool, right? When did things take a turn for sour? And did you think that he because we talked about the trauma, you feel me?
Right.
Do you think that he felt like, because obviously you said that he was like, you're gonna disown me, you feel me?
Correct.
Do you think he still carried that burden? Like, damn man, like people would never look at me the same and shit like that?
Well, the reason that I feel like he did feel that way. I mean, I can't. That's the part 2 question.
Okay.
But however, what I will say is, I know that he carried the I guess I almost feel like he had to accept the shit on him. Like that's the best way I can put it. But again, because I understood trauma and I understand institutionalization.
Yeah.
I understood why it could happen, how it could happen. You feel me? And just why young black men make the best choices. So you know what I mean? Because it could happen. And so yeah.